How to find your first wholesaling real estate deal the easy way. Guys, if you want to find the easy way of actually doing your first wholesaling real estate deal without pounding your head in the sand and doing the same thing everybody else is doing and really not getting the results that you know you deserve, this is going to be the perfect video for you. I truly believe so many wholesalers are working way too hard to get their first wholesaling deal. And I believe if they tweak 3 or 4 things, they can completely change their wholesaling real estate business around the perfect way and the easy way. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And we have trained hundreds of thousands of people how to get their first wholesaling deal. So we know exactly what it takes to get your first wholesaling deal. And what I truly believe is by doing simple things the easy way is going to lead you to having wholesaling success. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, how to find your first deal the easy way. But before we break it down, do me a big favor, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it.
So what do I mean by the easy way? It means it's not the easy button that you get at Staples. There is a direct path to have success in wholesaling, and it's about doing the consistent actions. And it doesn't replace the hard work and the grind you're going to have to put into it, but there is an easy, symptomatic process that you can duplicate with us so you can get on your path to your first deal and get through all the roadblocks that go through it. Remember, you have to start with your thinking. And if you understand you're going to take the fastest, most direct path, it doesn't mean it's a substitute for hard work, but there is an easy way to do your first wholesaling deal.
So it's easy. There's not much thinking to it. So what we're going to do right here is give you our 5 tried and true systems to get your first wholesaling deal the easy way. First system, first and foremost, is just cold calling the government lists. Pretty self-explanatory. This is going out here and cold calling the code violations, the water shutoffs, the tax liens, the tax delinquencies, fire damage properties, the arrest record, everything we speak about at freewholesaling.com, our free real estate wholesaling course. And you start calling these lists. Yes, it's not like I have to talk to 2 of them and I get a deal, but it's pretty easy to do. You get the list and you start calling. It's not complicated. There's no crazy systems. You just do the work and you get the results.
So number 2 is cold calling your driving for dollars list. It's not super sexy, but honestly, this is one of the easiest paths you can get to not only get your first wholesale deal, but easily get to you the first 100 grand. You simply got to drive, look for ugly houses, skip trace the number, and call these people. The more leads you get, the easier this gets. There is a direct path to the easy way of doing wholesale deals.
So you might be saying, Zach, I don't want to cold call. I get it. A lot of people complain. They roll their eyes. I don't want to cold call. Oh, it's so difficult, so tough. But let me ask you something. If you really want to go out here and get really good wholesaling deals and you got no money, what other options do you have? Sure, you can send some text blasts for free. You can do some reverse drawing for dollars, which helps. But for most people, when it comes to getting their first deal, you're going to have to cold call. You have to really fundamentally look at yourself and say, why don't I want to cold call? Is it because I'm scared to talk to a seller, or is it because I'm scared to work hard? If those are the things you want to do and you have no money, you really have to reevaluate where you want to be and what your priorities are. And think about one thing. Are you more scared to cold call and work hard than you are of being broke? I have a bigger fear of being broke than I have at cold calling. That's why I cold call like crazy. If you're having this thing in your mind saying, oh, I don't want to cold call, I'm scared to cold call, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and figure out why. Now, if you don't want to cold call, let me break down about 3 other ways you can find deals without cold calling at all that actually work really well. Number 3 here is kind of like we talked about drawing for dollars, but reverse drawing for dollars. So basically we put a sticky note on these properties. We put something like, hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call back. That's pretty much it. You get inbound leads coming to you. So you're not cold calling. They're actually coming into you, and you talk to the sellers, you get the deals.
Number 4 is text blasting. It's really straight up forward SMS text blasting. It works. You have to vary your message. There's a lot of tools out there that you can use to help you out. But the reality is, if you're a one-person operator, it is one of the easiest ways to scale your leads. And remember, the goal of text blasting is to convert them from a text message to a phone call. That is the goal. You got to make your message interesting. But guys, don't overlook this technique. It is extremely effective.
On top of that too, in text blasting, if you have no money, I tell everyone, go to truepeoplesearch.com and do it like 20 or 30 texts a day. Over a month, that's almost 1,000 free texts you can do. And it just gets the ball rolling for you to get more wholesaling real estate deals. On top of this too, if you want to drive for dollars, take a picture of the ugly house when you find a really ugly house and send it with truepeoplesearch.com, just a text on your personal cell phone, and text something like, hey, is everything okay at this property? I promise you'll get some responses back and it will lead you to getting wholesaling real estate deals. It's pretty easy to do, but most people aren't willing to do that because it seems like extra work. But honestly, that extra work gives you wholesaling real estate results. Then 5, last but not least, is just JVing with other people. Now I'm calling it the easy way because if you already have cash buyers in your database right now, all you have to do is find wholesalers that are struggling to sell their deals they have under contract, and you can get half that deal 50 50-50. And really with a couple phone calls and a walkthrough, you get a deal. JVing is really awesome, and it's a great way to get your first wholesaling real estate deal if you can find cash buyers. You got to remember out here, finding cash buyers is not a crazy complicated process. Cold call the for rents, cold call the cash sales on PropStream, the flippers tab, go to auctions, ask for title companies, even go on Facebook groups and find these buyers. There's plenty of buyers out here. And if you can get really good at finding cash buyers and then finding people that are struggling to sell your deals, you can do very, very well. Now, this stuff's all super easy to do. The only hard part I can personally say right here is the consistency part. I can tell you what list to do. I can tell you what marketing channel to do. And that's really easy and simple for me to do. But the real complicated part and the real work in this is going to be doing the work, not just one day. Everyone can grind out one day for work, but grinding it out every single day, day after day, week over week, month over month, year over year, to go out here and get not just their first deal, but consistent deals coming in. If you want to consistently get leads so you can consistently get deals, you have to go out here and pull leads and market.
So at the end of the day, the biggest secret or tip I can share with you, there's no secrets in wholesaling, is the wholesaler that spends the most energy consistently marketing will generate the most leads, the most opportunities, and will be well on their way to the easiest path to getting not only their first wholesale deal, easily get them to their first 100 grand. I always tell you, if you look at this business, like the analogy of a sprinter versus a marathon runner, sprinters run, they hit a roadblock and they're done and they're out of the gas. They never finish the race. A marathon, they get bruises, their feet start bleeding no matter what, they get obstacles and they keep going on in spite of the obstacles. If you can take this analogy and apply it to your wholesaling business, you are well on your path to taking the easy way to do wholesaling. It is no replacement. Be a marathon runner. Don't be a sprinter in wholesaling.
Exactly. So consistency breeds success. So guys, if you want to learn exactly how to do the scripts we talked about when it comes to cold calling, do the scripts that I tell you for text blasting, how to actually start pulling government leads and doing all the stuff that we talk about day in and day out on this YouTube channel, go to our free wholesaling course. It's the largest wholesaling course in the country by students, and it brings the most success out of anyone. There's not one other real estate wholesaling course on the internet that's produced more money for people than our course for two reasons. Number one, it's the biggest. And number two, it's free. So guys, go to freewholesaling.com, our free real estate wholesaling course, so you can learn exactly how to get your first deal and be personally mentored from the both of us absolutely for free. See you guys soon. This is Zach signing out.
This is Rick signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.